Okay, we are back for Article 3, Constitution. It's another short one. Article 3, Section 1, the judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish. The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, shall hold their offices during good behavior and shall at stated times receive for their services a compensation which shall not be diminished during their continuance in office. Section 2. The judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution, the laws of the United States and treaties made or which shall be made under their authority, to all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers, and councils, to all cases of admiralty and maritime jurisdiction, to controversies to which the United States shall be a party, to controversies between two or more states, between a state and citizens of another state, between citizens of different states, between citizens of the same state claiming lands under grants of different states, and between a state or the citizens thereof and foreign states, citizens or subjects, in all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and councils, and those in which a state shall be party. The Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction in all the other cases before mentioned. The Supreme Court shall have appellate jurisdictions both as to law and fact, with such exceptions and under such regulations as the Congress shall make. The trial of all crimes, except in cases of impeachment, shall be by jury, and such trial shall be held in the state where the said crimes shall have been committed. But when not committed within any state, the trial shall be made at such place or places as the Congress may by law have directed. Section 3. Treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them, or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of two witnesses to the same overt act, or on confession in open court. The Congress shall have power to declare the punishment of treason, but no attainder of treason shall work corruption of blood or forfeiture except during the life of the person attained. Okay, that is it. Let me just go ahead and read Article 4, and then maybe I think there's two more. All right, it's up to Article 7. So, okay. Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state, and the Congress may by general laws prescribe the manner in which such acts, records, and proceedings shall be proved, and the effect thereof. Section 2. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states. A person charged in any state with treason, felony, or other crime, who shall flee from justice and be found in another state, shall, on demand of the executive authority of the state from which he fled, be delivered up to be removed to the state having jurisdiction of the crime. No person held to service or labor in one state under the laws thereof, escaping into another, shall, in consequence of any law or regulation therein, be discharged from such service or labor, but shall be delivered up on claim of the party to whom such service or labor may be due. Section 3. New states must be admitted by the Congress into this union, but no new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor any state be formed by the junction of two or more states, or parts of states without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned as well as the Congress. Congress shall have power to dispose of and make all needful rules and regulations respecting the territory or other property belonging to the United States, and nothing in this Constitution shall be so construed as to prejudice any claims of the United States or of any particular state. Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence. Let's just do it. Let's just finish it up, okay? Article 5. The Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or on the applications of the legislatures of 2/3 of the several states, shall call a convention for proposing amendments, which, in either case, shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of this Constitution when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states, or by conventions in 3/4 thereof. as the one or the other mode of ratification may be proposed by the Congress, provided that no amendment which may be made prior to the year 1808, so 1808, shall in any manner affect the first and fourth clauses in the ninth section of the first article, and that no state without its consent shall be deprived of its equal suffrage in the Senate. All right, Article 6. All debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. The senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution, but no religious tests shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Article 7. The ratification of the conventions of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution between the states so ratifying the same, done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states, present the 7th day of September in the year of our Lord 1787, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 12th, in witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names. George Washington, President and Deputy from Virginia, New Hampshire. John Langdon, Nicholas Gilman, Massachusetts. Nathaniel Gorham, Rufus King, Connecticut. William Samuel Johnson, Roger Sherman. New York. Alexander Hamilton. I didn't even know. All right. And a lot of these are like really, they're oddly, what do you call it? Where they shorten the name. It's not like necessarily intuitive. New Jersey, so like correct me if I'm wrong here. William Livingston, David Brearley, William Patterson. Yeah, see, there's like a WIL Livingston, and then there's a WM Patterson, but I feel like those are both like William. All right, so anyway, John. It says Jonah Dayton. I'm assuming that's Jonathan. Pennsylvania, Benjamin Franklin, but it says B. Franklin. Thomas Mifflin, Robert Morris, George Clymer, Thomas Fitzsimmons, Jared Ingersoll, James Wilson. I don't know this name. Gove Morris. It's shortened GOUV. Morris, Delaware. George Reed, Gunning Bedford Jr., John Dickinson, Richard Bassett, I'm guessing it's Jacob Broom, Maryland. James McHenry. What? Okay. It says Dan of St. Thomas Jennifer. So I'm guessing that's Daniel of St. Thomas Jennifer. Daniel Carroll, maybe. Virginia. John Blair. And he's got like a line after his name. So I don't know if it's like, can you see it at the bottom there? It's like to be continued, I guess. Maybe he was in the process of getting married and he was changing his name. James Madison Jr. North Carolina. William Blount. Richard Dobbs Spate. And then H.U. Williamson, H.U. Williamson. I don't know what that would be. South Carolina, J. Rutledge, Charles Coatsworth Pinckney, Charles Pinckney, Pierce Butler. A little nepotism going on in South Carolina, seems like. Georgia, William Few, Abraham Baldwin, attest William Jackson, secretary. All right. And then whatever this is next in convention, Monday, September 17th, 1987. So I will read that next. Okay. Please, as this channel like grows, as these videos get pushed out to people who are watching them, please put forth some information in the comments so that we can like understand better from each other's experience and perception of language or whatever you've learned throughout your history. Let's just all learn here. Okay. So give information that you have heard of, and nobody gets to tell you that you're wrong because you're speaking it from your own experience. Okay. If you're wrong, that means that whoever told you it was wrong. All right. So here, everybody is right. Okay. All right. I love you. See you soon.